Hello, my beautiful blossoms. It's me, Shigure Oshiro, and welcome to today's live stream. I, I kind of had to rush because it's 11 o'clock is basically almost done. I had to kind of hit here and fast. So I'm going to quickly get the manual announcement posted for the live stream. That way it's easier. Just so things are ready to go. Just give me a moment. I will start playing. Almost I'm gonna set up. I'm not used to rushing to make the announcement. There we go. Alright. Now this is the Forever World, which means I have a lot of work to do. I don't know why I chose this world in particular, but we are here for the time being. I'm going to need a lot of dirt. I'm going to need a lot of dirt. At least pretty sure I will need a lot of it, because I am going to be doing lots of terraforming, and we're going to be here a while. Fortunately, I made sure to get enough cobblestone for the job. I don't know if that's all the cobblestone I have. I know that I was playing this world while listening to Spotify music, but music on Spotify, however you want to word it, but that's basically how it is. I have not finished the house because it's going to be a huge project in and of itself, so do keep that in mind. I don't know how many shovels I'm going to be able to make. And I was this is going to be a lot. Okay, I'm going to just put that in there. I'm going to balance it out. Hopefully the audio is good. Yeah, I've basically been spending a long time working on the terraforming. Because I have all of that to work on, and then I have literally a spot up, that'll go up there. It's basically all the way up to here. I don't want to go with a turn instead of a straight line up, because I figured it'd be a good idea to kind of anchor them here, go up as we go from there, and then this is going to be a little side room as well. So I basically have a lot of work to do. Normally it's not a good idea to start out with a big project, but I kind of felt like I should just do that. And then of course I have a little basement looking area I set up, which leads up to a tower that I'm currently working on the staircase for. I have a huge layout. Basically. So yeah, do it that way you will. It's gonna be a huge thing of dirt. I was basically focusing on this because it's like I need to get as much dirt as possible. And it's like I have to do this and that, and then so on and so forth. Okay, that's not enough. I have to do. And I'll just go back and do these. There we go. And all I have to do is basically make sure this is at a good spot to reach. If not, I'm gonna have to calculate a lot of stuff. In which case I will get fucked. No, be fucked if I have to recalculate that, because then I have to do a lot of digging again, and I don't want to sit through every little bit of that. As well, just so it's not in the way. And then just go in. And do this. That's information. Let's see fix. And then all I have to do is just focus on all of those stuff that goes in between. Little tidbit. I was originally planning on playing Scarlet Nexus, but kind of had to change that entire plan because it's like I don't want to overheat my own room. It's better if I do that when I'm playing on my own, like during my own free time. So it's kind of like I basically have to kind of do other things. And obviously it takes a while to get the terraforming done because it's like I have to go back and forth for like dirt, make sure I'm digging in the right spots. And so on and so forth. In which case, I don't know if terraforming has to be done in order to get the tower done. It'll definitely take a while. Like, I'm gonna have to terraform this entire spot, build up to there, do a spiral staircase, and so on and so forth. I have a lot of work ahead of me. I just wanted to get that taken care of so I can have the staircase for going up, get the like shorter path ready to go when the tower is actually ready for being built. I'm basically doing a huge template first so I can easily take care of the builds as I go. Saves me the hassle of just getting all the materials, for said template. Like, I might change the things as I go, because it's like I kind of want to have a whole lot of stuff added in, because I'm going to practice my building skills quite a lot, and I kind of need to make sure things are set properly. I just currently have a template, like temporary materials set up, because it's just quicker than just getting the materials I need and building wherever the hell I want. But since it's going to be a huge build for a house and all that, like, it's going to be a house with a tower, like a regular tower, and then there's going to be a watch tower type thing up there. A whole lot of work. And even then, it's going to take ages to build, because I have to then rebuild things manually, like take down temporary materials, replace them with the ones I actually need there, and then I have to set up basically everything all over again. So it's like at least I don't need to redo the terraforming for that, because it's like I already dealt with the amount of dirt. In which case, that's more than enough for me. I need to really deal with things. Like, I don't need to deal with every little detail right off the bat, but at least, like, template set up so I can take care of things as I go. Also, I need a staircase to get down via the main entrance as well, in which case that's going to require a lot of cramming. But I might have to take a different direction, and I'll have like a path going around. Just so that it's easier for me to manage a pathway for everything. And I'll expand the island via terraforming or something. Might even use the village that's nearby as part of it, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for now, template set up first. And get materials later. I'm gonna have to... might have to turn on cheats. I think my copy for turning on cheats to make a copy with them off. Let me copy that copy just to be safe. Not really needing this little spot, so I'm gonna take this entire section down. I do know that I want to work on my adventure map in a live stream at some point, but I do need some technical help with that. In which case, I already have someone in mind for helping me with that. I'm not gonna go doing everything all on my own, but I will set up most of it myself for the adventure map. And this is not the adventure map because, like I said earlier, this is the Forever World, and I obviously have to deal with this first. I kind of wanted to play in this world because it's like I don't want to sit through making the adventure map because that'd be way too long, especially considering the fact that I am trying to finish a building by mirroring the front half for the back to make it all even. Like that's annoying to do. So it's like I kind of have to worry about things little by little for that. Need to figure out how I'm gonna make it work because it's just like I have the adventure map planned out, and then of course there's all dimensions are gonna be used for it. And I'll have to do a separate world where it's just me setting things up for later. I'm gonna use Allison for that spot. But yeah, I just have way too much to set up for that, and then I have to write it. The other parts of the story, like I have to do other adventure maps to make them all connect, and then I have to finish up the prequels because the adventure maps are prequels to the main series that I've been working on. I have to focus on making the main series itself, and that's going to take way longer than making the prequels, because it's the main series, at least the main one that I'm currently working on, is going to be so long that I have to sit there and type out a lot of stuff from beginning to end. I do this to myself because I just know that I need to keep myself busy somehow, because there are times where I just get so bored that I don't know what the fuck to do, and I have to do something with my time. So it's just like, yeah, I could do this, but why do this if I can do that? And it's just like at that point, just give me a huge project and I will be good to go. I'm not really sure how long this live stream lasts either, because I know that I have curfew. This might be a shorter live stream. I do apologize for taking a while. I had to deal with a lot of things, mainly personal issues, and then I was also out in the living room for multiple days because I wanted a break from being in my room while I had the chance. I rarely come out of my room in most cases, and you know, by rarely I mean like it's less time in comparison to how much time I spend in my room. So it's like I have to make up for that somehow, and I know that I need to go outside because I don't get any sunlight in my system. I don't get that vitamin stuff in my system from that. So it's kind of like I have to go outside at some point. Otherwise, I'm gonna look pale as hell. And last time I looked in the mirror, I literally did look pale as hell. Maybe it was just due to how I was feeling at the time or something, but I just know that it's unrelated to what I'm doing. But you know, I just feel like chatting about random stuff, so that way it's not just silence. I'll do no commentary if I have to, but in most cases I just want to talk like I'm a huge jabberwocky, very talkative person. So it's like, yeah, I could do this and that, but at the same time, it's just kind of whatever. At the end of the day, because it's like I kind of have to do a lot of other things in between live streams that isn't personal, that's not related to personal issues that I deal with. I'm not gonna say what my personal issues are, but if you know, you know. I think only one person actually knows, but that is beside the point. They know who they are, because, you know, I talk with them all the time. Most cases. I don't talk about every little detail of my life, because it's like I don't need to bring up the specifics without good reason. Like, if someone wants to know, they'll have to gain my trust first, but otherwise, it's like if I trust them enough without them asking for that information, I'll bring it up if it's really needed. So yeah, there's just a lot I could be working on. Like, I have been so busy behind the scenes, aside from my personal issues, that I am barely managing to do everything. Like, I might have to do 2 of the scheduled live streams a day just to get that caught up, so I can get to time crunching on The Adventures of Shigure, Episode 1. Like, I have to even write the damn script for that. I have a lot of work to do. Like, so much work, it's not even funny. Because I work that hard. I literally work myself so hard that I can't really keep up with every little thing most of the day. In some cases, like, I can barely keep up with my own schedule. So it's like so it's like I basically have things planned out in my head, but it's like it doesn't always go according to plan. And then that backfires, and then I have to come up with another set of ideas to get things to work, and then I have to basically replan everything all over again. It's an endless loop that I will most likely never escape due to how much of a workload I personally have. I put all of it on myself. I do all of the work alone. Like, these live streams are planned by myself. The videos are really inconsistent because it's like it's gonna take time to produce that stuff, and I have to time crunch for the first episode of the series I have to work on. Because it's like I can't manage doing that in a live stream because it's like I'm gonna get too distracted working on that stuff to the point where I won't be able to chat. I'd rather be able to chat with all of you when I can. Hence the live streams being separate from the series. In most cases, like, it's one thing if I have to play a game for a specific series, which case it'd basically be for the one that involves my new way of doing content on YouTube and all that. And basically, every piece of lore is still a work in progress as well. So it's like I have to write down all the lore, I have to figure out how to set up it for the series, I have to do this, that, and another. Like, I think most of the first episode is gonna be fucking info dumping, and no one's going to watch that. So I might have to do all the info dumping in a separate video, that way people actually know what the hell is going on. And all that, and then I have to then write the scripts for who knows how many episodes worth. It's just way too much work. I have to, and then there's gonna be like voice acting, I have to work on the soundtrack. I have so much time crunching to do. Like, I have to literally switch tasks so constantly if I'm gonna keep up with that. In most cases, I can, but it's like there's always gonna be that 1 week where I have to deal with my personal issues, which lasts the entirety of that said week, which means I have to take even more time, and then it just goes on and on and on. It's something I've been dealing with for a long time. On top of that, I have to research how to write stories. I have to research all that thoroughly so I don't make too many mistakes, because otherwise I'm going to get criticism for way too many mistakes, and I don't want to get criticized too much without a good reason. Like, it's one thing if it's my first series, but still, it's like I don't want to get overly criticized unless I absolutely need it. So yeah, and then, of course, I have, like, sequels to the main series I'm working on that isn't related to my main content at all, so and obviously, that main series is connected to the lore in its own way, but it's an alternate perspective of the story. It shows us what's going on behind the scenes when I'm not around. And I have to come up with the character designs, I have to come up with backstories for the characters, I have to come up with plots, I have to come up with subplots, I have to come up with very little references, like tiny details. I have to make BGM for each and every one of those series, because, you know, that just makes no sense for me to do. And then, I have to continue work just to get another sequel done, in which case, the main series I'm working on that isn't related to my usual content is gonna have like 3 to 4 seasons, and all of them are gonna have over 100 episodes, and that's not including even separate videos for like the scrapped content. If I didn't had artistic skills, I would literally draw everything, but I don't have the ability to do that because I suck at doing artwork in general. Like, we want things to be hand-drawn, but if it's digital art, I cannot do that. I have no experience with digital art whatsoever, and I don't exactly have patience to sit through that without going through tutorials as to how to draw specific things, and then I have to go through so much more research. It's a fucking rabbit hole. It's a huge, huge rabbit hole, and honestly, you know, it's one thing if I'm doing it for a good reason. Well, it's sure that I do have a good reason to have to do that. I don't want to have to do that. Unless, of course, it's a last resort thing, in which case I'm going to be working so hard. And then if people actually like each and every series, I think if all of you like that stuff, I'll probably have to make even more. In which case, I tend to get over-ambitious when it comes to things that I actually enjoy making. And all that, so it's like, I have to make sure it's a huge quantity while focusing on the quality at the same time. Like, I have to work so slowly that I have to work on the quality while maintaining the quantity, and I can't balance everything on my own. I have to have help. But I can't afford anything like that. If I could, I would. Reporting a production team and all that, because that would be perfect. But no. Like, it's bad enough that I have a shitty sleep schedule, so add that on top of everything I'm doing, and you basically have a literal shit show of a life. Yet, on one of the apps I have installed, I was sent an anonymous thing. Like, someone anonymously told me he'll be super successful or whatever. And then it's like, yeah, I could be if I stop procrastinating and being lazy and all that. Something along those lines. And then, yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I could be super successful if I would stop procrastinating, which is a true statement. I work hard behind the scenes, and I even chat with the same person on Discord every day, just because I want to chat with them, and they make me happy. It's good for motivation. And I approve of that. Even if we don't say a whole lot compared to the beginning, I still approve of it. Because I enjoy chatting with that person. And they know who they are. They've even shown up for some of my live streams. Not all of them, but some of them. So yeah, I literally do a lot to keep things going. Even though it may not seem like it, I actually do a whole lot. There's just way too much. Like, if I were to list everything that I do on the daily, like literally every day, when I'm not having my personal issues, it would basically be an endless loop of procrastination, because that is something that's preventing me from doing everything. And yeah, you could argue that I'm stopping myself, and that's basically true in a matter of speaking. But I'm an introvert, not an extrovert, so introverts are known for procrastination. Like, yeah, I'm an ambivert, but however you pronounce it, but I am primarily an introvert. Which is why I play, which is why I'm online, and as much as I do, it's why I play video games as much as I do. Like, I have over 600 hours on this version of Minecraft. So that doesn't prove much to you. I am not sure what to tell you. Like, I'm gonna have to literally figure out how I'm gonna make things work in the future when I get to the point in my life where it's like I have to manage other things in my life. That's gonna be terrible. Like, that's literally gonna be terrible for me. Like, I won't be able to manage that, and that'll just drain my mental health. I put up with a lot on every single day. Behind the scenes, even if it's not mentioned. I do go through a lot. I have a long list of things to do. I even have to work on, like, BGM for other people. Because I'm procrastinating on that after I go through that stuff. I know that I want to get more commissions as well, and I don't get enough of those these days. Like, I don't get as much as I used to. But then again, I'm probably being too generous by doing background music for free, you know, because, you know, that's the thing I actually have done on multiple occasions. Because I just feel like doing that sort of thing for other people. And then it's kind of like, okay, now what? Like, it's not as, like, the production isn't as frequent for the background music stuff anymore. Because I have been using something entirely different for music production. Because I used to use my phone for most of the music production, which is how it went so smoothly in most cases. Like, I literally work hard on that stuff too, but there are times where it just doesn't work out. My schedule. I have to, like, there are times where I can get, like, if I were to make music on my phone again, I would be able to get that done with, like, a single night. Well, of course, I really need to deal with my personal issues. Because there are times where it just prevents me from doing things I want to do. Hence why I don't live stream when I deal with my personal issues. The list just goes on at the end of the day, and it's just a huge, huge situation for me, because it's just like, yeah, I could do this, that, and another thing, and all that, but I don't want to work myself. I don't want to do a lot of work, let alone any work, if I'm going to deal with personal issues, let alone what I'm dealing with personal issues. Because then it's like, I'm going to get slowed down. I won't be able to chat without using while using my voice for it, because it's like, I tend to deal with texting when I have my personal issues in most cases. I deal with a whole lot. Throughout my time, and it's just a lot of work. Like, it's just crazy as hell. I can't really go into details what my personal issues are, but if I were to do that, I'm pretty sure all of you would hate me. You for bringing it up. So I am not going to bring it up. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Like I was supposed to, because I don't need to I don't want to play 10 million questions. That's what they are. And let's, so... Yeah. That's just how it is. I could literally go on and on about that stuff, but due to how much I've been doing, considering how much I've just mentioned, I'm pretty sure that's enough to get things done. In terms of explaining things. Even if it is just a brief summary of it all. But yeah, I think I've chatted quite a lot there. I went on quite the tangent. I'm going to change the topic to something else because I don't really think I should be repeating things I've already said without a good reason. Fortunately, this entire live stream will be archived, so for those of you who have been missing out on such details, yeah, I literally archive everything when I can. I know that there's a storage limit on my Twitch account for how much I can archive for the live streams, but even if I do take down the current archives I have here on Twitch, I do have them on a YouTube channel, so it's like I can literally take down the Twitch versions whenever I need to do that, because it's like they're already archived on YouTube, and the ones on YouTube are permanent. Won't get automatically deleted unless, of course, for whatever reason, that changes. I've probably said the F word a lot. I don't know how well that's going to impact things. Right now, I just know that there used to be, like, a point in time where it's like you had to keep your swearing to a minimum, if not, or just not swear at all. Which is why my first few live streams here, no, I think I did more than two, back in like 2022, I think, whatever. I know that those ones, I literally avoided swearing if I could help it, because it's like I want to make sure I am not going to get my account taken down, and I'd rather keep it alive for as long as I can and not go through the hassle of it all. Like, it's better if I have a lot of videos on YouTube where it's like I literally F-bomb every few minutes, if not just the entirety of the time. So it's kind of like I kind of have to be careful with that as well, because even YouTube will have its limits in most cases. And I know that YouTube's terms of service can change at any time for that stuff. Like, if censorship gets too bad, you have to avoid swearing at all costs, even if it means bleeping it out. I just want that to make sense. Pretty sure there are those of you who actually watched my original Twitch live streams from like prior to this year, and all of you, those of you who have are probably thinking, why did you like swearing? Well, terms of service at the time were a little different for that, like more strict, or what have you. So it's like, of course, I'm going to do my best to follow the terms of service for the websites I use. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least like to try and keep things as clean as possible for that stuff. Like, it's bad if I had a few of my YouTube videos age restricted and all that. Like, the Saints Row reboot gameplay video, at least for the first one that I did, like, both attempts, that made sense, but I recall having this one video that got age restricted for absolutely no reason. And I basically just privated that video because, like, no one's gonna watch that one anyway. Plus, it was like a 2019 video or whatever, so anybody from around then. But nowadays, I know what kind of content I want to do, which is why I've been strictly doing a variety of games. Like, I know that gaming channels have to stick with a niche, but my entire niche is gaming in general, hence why I do a variety of games. It's just that simple. And then there's the fact that I have so many other ideas I kind of want to implement as well. Like, I will probably do my horror game extravaganzas over here when I actually can. There will still be the YouTube live streams for that stuff because, like, I don't want to have terrible quality live streams here. They're already bad enough. In some sense, because it's like I have those occasional moments of silence, and then that's it. So that's basically a thing. There is a platform I would move to if I could, in terms of just video creation, but sadly no longer exists because it disappeared during like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. But it was basically a YouTube alternative that a lot of people used. And it was back during like when YouTube it was dealing with the entire having to pay a fine due to going against the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. I guess I was there for that. For those of you who don't know, I I started making content in 2018. That shit happened. It was going on during like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. Like, I remember that so well because it's like a lot of people are like, oh, we're leaving YouTube just to go to this other platform that's just like it. And it took me some time to really consider that, because I just enjoyed being on YouTube that much. Like, it was basically something I grew up with, in a sense. Like, I think I've been watching YouTube since I was like 6 or 7 years old. and I made my first YouTube channel, or YouTube channels in 2014. And then I started then I started content creation in 2018, or more specifically during the summer of 2018. So, yeah. There's just a whole lot of stuff going for that. Overall. So yeah, that's basically that, and then, you know, obviously I even had Discord back since 2018, but I upped accounts after certain points, because it's like, I don't want to be reminded of this history or that history or whatever. I just want to try and have a clean slate, but it's pretty clear that's going to follow me wherever I go, which is why I haven't, which is why something with other accounts after a certain point, because it's like, if I keep moving to other accounts, it's gonna be hard to keep up. So it's like, I am just sticking with the one I've been, like the ones I currently have been using, because it's like most of my hard work came from those accounts. Like, obviously I know that's not the case with my Twitter account, but that's because it's just history. I don't want to look through ever again without a good reason. I can basically describe a lot of the stuff that happened on my past accounts, but I'm not going to do that because, well, that stuff just doesn't need to be known as much. I'd rather just keep things in the present, move on from the past. That's basically what I've been doing, hence why I had that's basically why I had the S name Mirai as my original VTuber persona name. Is that Mirai means future, and I wanted things to represent that, but that didn't really work out too well. So after a while of having Misaki Mirai as my VTuber persona name, I switched it to Shigure Oshiro, because I don't know anyone with that who's come up with such a unique name. Like, I know that Shigure has been used a lot because it's a Japanese name, and Japanese names are definitely popular out there, but Oshiro, that's not a common name. Like, that's, like, yeah, it's a real name, but it's not commonly used. So I figured I may as well go for something more unique. And when I can, I am going to deal with getting things set up for a lot of my other accounts as well, like any other accounts that don't have that change taken care of. I'm going to take care of it before it's taken, and then I can basically be fully original. I also have other accounts, but not everyone has to be involved with those ones unless they really enjoy that type of other content I do on the channel. I just know that I want to try and keep things organized, which is why I have so many alternative YouTube channels. Because I tried doing a variety of content on just one channel and that didn't really work out. I learned that the hard way. Or more specifically, I learned that via experience. So don't do that. Just make separate channels if you're gonna have a variety of content. So one thing, if you're sticking to one niche, and then you just stick with that for one channel each. But if you're gonna do like a mixture of niches in one channel, that's just not gonna work. Like, I'm sorry to say, but that's actual advice that is meant to be taken seriously. Like, I know that there are those odd ones out there that actually have succeeded to make it work, but most of the time that's not how that works. I've experienced it firsthand, so I can confirm whether it works or not. for that stuff, and then of course you have people who just make the same, just re-upload videos out there. Like, I've seen people who actually do that, or YouTube channels that literally have re-uploads of stuff on their channels, like even if it's clips of something that's copyright. So yeah, it's just a lot. Of stuff that goes into content creation in general. Like, if I were to list the groups that I have just seen, if not been part of, depending on the perspective that we're looking at, all of you'd probably be surprised about it. I don't talk about that stuff because it's like, I don't need to list that stuff, considering it's kind of archived on the internet already, but yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I could do this, but what if I want to do that, or whatever. Okay, I don't know why I did this. I'm gonna just... do this, and then... and just repeat the process again. Because this was the which I do. So yeah, there's just a whole lot that goes into what I do for content creation and all that. I basically do all the hard work myself. As well. Like, I've been doing that since 2018. I know that back when I was on the one YouTube alternative that I brought up, a moment ago, someone offered to edit my videos, but that didn't happen. That never happened. Like, it never successfully happened because I tried contacting them at another point just to see if they're still able to do stuff, and then I never got a reply. If you're familiar with Vlare, it's spelled V-L-A-R-E. All of you may have heard of it. All of you may have not, who knows, but if you're familiar with that, I was there at one point. I didn't used to upload frequently there. I tried keeping a consistent schedule with like YouTube and that specific website, but it's like that didn't really work out in the end. Because there's the entire, oh, this happened, but what about that stuff? And then I had to constantly reschedule stuff. So yeah, I just know that there's a lot that goes on. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get the materials I need, and I have most of these shovels. What I'm going to do is this. There's a just bundle in there. I'm gonna have to put some shovels in there. Can I put a shovel in there? Hold up. One shovel equals a full bundle. That makes no sense. I want that to actually make sense. Anyway, I don't really need the axe right now. I'm gonna grab some more pickaxes. Now I'll also put away all the shovels, but that's fine. I don't really need that. Going to need torches. 30 feet. Let's see if I do this, and then I do that. There we go. And I pull out this. And then I'm gonna pull out some more pickaxes. Because I need that storage worth of them. Okay. So that means a whole lot of torches. The sword I could care less about because it's still one sword. I know that iron smelting, but I do need to get more materials as it is. But yeah, I just know that I work so hard a lot of the time. I'm probably gonna go to bed in a few hours. Probably on 1 or 2, and what's what. Highly depends. And my energy level with around midnight and all that. Actually, it is midnight, never mind. I'm getting thrown off because I chose to set my main phone's clock back a few hours by changing the location this time and all that. Like, I changed the regional clock or whatever for it, so it's basically gonna be an entirely different time than I normally read. But I can still understand it. Fortunately, I'm just getting tired to the point where I'm actually misreading it. What have you. Actually, I think I have the mine elsewhere. I think it was me here. Maybe misremembering. Because I did not mark the area. You don't think. Once I did, I just forgot where I left it. Right here? Nope. Probably don't have a mine. I have to get one going. So yeah, there's other games I do want to add to my list. I know that currently, literally currently, I'm saving up to get a bundle of games for myself, and I just know that it's gonna be a little tedious for me to play them because I've never played any of the said games that are involved in said bundle. Like, crazily enough, I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life, and that's basically yeah, I'll be getting when I can. So, yeah, I have that going on. The fact that I've been live streaming for an hour already is just crazy. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I was actually gonna mine this way because there's already a big enough hole. I need to start digging down. But yeah, I just know that there's gonna be a lot of work put into what I have planned for everything. Apparently, going on top of a cave, that's interesting. I'll have to get safely down. I'm gonna have to get this. That we just need to do that. I don't know why I have a tree sapling in my inventory, but whatever. I want iron, coal. Basically loops around a little bit. Fortunately, I'm still playing on peaceful because I want to make sure the build's up first. I want to make sure all the essentials ready to go first, and then I'll go from there. Like, that's normally how I do things. As boring as it may be, I know that's not the perfect way or anything, but it's my way of doing it. So if you have a problem with that, I'm not sure what to tell you. And connected to a bit of a hidden upper path? That's a bit weird. This case is extremely weird. Don't really need coal right now. Okay, so I think... this one underneath this one. Oh, this one. Okay. Good. Because I'm going to be doing... That's how I can get to the source a bit easier. I think connects to a spot nearby? Where is the source? So I'll have a weird water source. I'm gonna dig upward for this, because I need to see where this leads. That. Okay, so it leads up to the top of the mountain? That's interesting. Now we're at a cave loop into a mountain, like that, but... that's actually good to know. Alright, let me have that entire situation dealt with. Unblock this. Because I may as well. Now I'm going to need lots and lots of iron. You know what I want. Like, obviously I'll still need coal for smelting, but I'd rather save that resource for when I actually need it. Otherwise, they'll just go get a bucket of lava. So there's... Jeez. What's me in finding caves connected to ravines? The recent updates. That's just crazy. Let's do this. Good. Alright. You have all of this iron. It's perfect. I only don't stream around this time, but I know that I needed to. I just know that I had to have dinner first, and then I had to have a little bit of time to digest. Still loops around no matter what. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a safe way down going. Because I just know that I need to have that sort of thing going on. Okay, and I have to... These blocks... Place one. Take down one. Okay, we have to... And the final parts... The way down. Okay. I accidentally started with another pickaxe, that was my bad. But whatever. There's plenty of pickaxes to start right now. And then I have to... that. I'm gonna set that up. There we go. And I'll go down here as well. Obviously carefully, but... Okay, that was my drop situation. Okay, so now all I have to do is that block. Yeah, that's a mistake. There we go. I actually have more iron, which is perfect. It's like not as much, but I have 24 more pieces. Just a good start. Okay, I can't find redstone yet. Yeah, I literally can't do that yet. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Now it's gonna be one hell of a pathway up, but I have to have iron stuff already, because I have redstone, and then I have to deal with all that. Also, if my microphone's picking up background noises from outside, it's because I have my windows all the way up for cold air. Yes, this path is going to be one for later. So I'm going to lead up the entire place, because obvious reasons. Oh, I can do parkour. Still got that. Good thing is I can easily get all the way up. And I have to, so it still works. This entire area is going to have light, because I will need it later. I'm going to expand the basement into this level. But it's really not that far. I've already got on top of the mountain. Going all the way up. Yes, I'm in Minecraft skin look what it does. At least I'd be able to find light, so it's really not that hard to spot. Yep. It leads all the way up to the top of my mountain, that's perfect. The research is far back. Like way back there. Which means this is gonna be one huge house. Sorry, 2 because I had 50. But whatever. Let's take it. Let's see. Cobblestone can go. Basically have that. And that. Oops. That axe. There's my sword. Pickaxe. The axe. The hoe. And shovel. Let me get the armor going as well. And there we go. Yep, every little piece of iron stuff ready to go. Yeah, wrong thing. That's what. Yes, I can't put that that chest. Probably gonna put my old stuff away. All I'm going to do is just do this for the sake of it. Just being easier for storage. There we go. There we go. Okay, this is iron section, but that's fine, because I'm going to be collecting that now. And I have this path up here. I saw a little bit of it, but I don't see much of it from down there. Leads to a double dead end. That's a bit weird. I'm concerned about that. It's giving me the chills. This is why I always play with company. I don't like playing Minecraft alone if I can help it. Because having people to play the game with you makes things easier to put up with. Essentially, so. Yeah, I just know that I watched too many Minecraft creepypasta videos back in the day, and the creepypasta videos were just so bizarre that I actually believe that stuff. As childish as that may be. So if you ever see me get scared in Minecraft, that's why. Multiplayer is easier to put up with. Because you have people who will actually protect you. And game and all that, so it's kind of like... Sure, you have no protection in single player, but it's like it's easier to put up with because you don't have to share everything with other people. That's why I just play single player in most cases. That's why I listen to music that's not occasional, like that's why I always use Spotify when I can for listening to music. Because it's just easier for me to not be scared. It's not quiet. Like, eerily quiet. Like, if that's ridiculous, but I can't be the one who actually prefers listening to random songs. While playing a game. So, especially if it's a game you've already played a lot of times. Like, I used to play this game every day on the PC. I used to play the PC version back when Java was the only version around. I think I've played it since like 1.7.4, somewhere around there. It's basically kind of recent stuff, but not so recent that it's like the newest thing. I think up to like the combat update when I did the PC version, if I'm not mistaken, because they're called playing that update around that point, and that was it. Aquatic update I did on the console version when I was able to. As soon as I was able to update it to that extent. And then that's basically my entire journey for it. In a nutshell. And I used to be part of the toxic Minecraft server. Okay, I am not going down there. I know I'm peaceful, but I don't like that place. On the deep dark. Ugh. I don't like going to that place. The sound, I've heard the sound effects for that area, and I can only handle that if I'm not the one putting up with that. Like, it's bad with the warden mob creeps me out, like, quite literally. Do not put the thing near me, I will run. Really am cornered by that stuff. Great. Just great. Let's get it if I didn't fall. I have to climb all the way up. Like manually. I'm not wanting to be in the deep dark right now. I'm gonna deal with that place. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm not alone, because I cannot handle that place. That place just scares me too much. I'm I'm dipping. I do not like the deep dark. Not a fan of it. It's an interesting place to go to. Like, you can find good loot, but the sounds like the skulk stuff, like, especially the ones that are redstone related, that stuff is something I cannot handle. For sounds, it's just gives me the goosebumps just thinking about it. Which is why I avoid it at all costs. Like, if I find the deep dark, I am not going in alone. I don't care if I'm in single player, multiplayer. It does not matter. I will always never go in there. Or on my own, unless I'm creative or some shit, which case I don't really matter too much. Since I have all sounds turned on, I'll literally get creeped out too much. But I think I have almost everything I basically wanted. So, amount of iron is not the greatest, but it's a start. So, you know, that's at least something. I have to find a different place to do the mining, because I am not wanting to put up that area. Just not happening. So yeah, I just figure I'll do what I can when I can with things, because, you know, I prefer I prefer being away from the feedback, right? It just scares me. Like, despite the fact that I went there for the first time when I was playing multiplayer, still scares me. Okay, I need to figure out which way my base is. Again, I'm gonna climb up over the edge, so I can go this way. But yeah, I just know that there's way too much going on in the deep dark. Like, you literally have to manage your inventory perfectly. And if you're playing on a difficulty that's not peaceful, you're basically fucked. Every time I see a black sheep, I get concerned. Every time. Those creepy Minecraft videos literally did a number on me back in the day. Like I was a teenager when I watched that stuff. That stuff was not the greatest thing to watch too often. Like, it's fine if I experience sleep paralysis due to some of that. Not the greatest idea to experience that. Is there anyone who knows how the creepypastas can go, or creepy Minecraft content? Yeah, I know it too well. Let's see, so it is 121. Probably end this soon, probably as soon as I finish dealing with things. I'm getting exhausted already. I don't do live streams than I do to this sort of situation, but I put up with it anyway. I'm gonna have to check to see what I had scheduled for tomorrow and see if that's even manageable. Before I leave, because I know that's going to take a bit. Let's see. A hat in time. I don't know if I have that installed or not. I'll have to check. I've never played it, so I don't know if it's going to be manageable or not. I know nothing about it. Let's see. I'll put the iron away first before I check things entirely. Because I think that makes a lot of sense. Right, so, just search it. Alright. Okay, so... It is not. Otherwise, don't have the download button. So that an notification will pop up when it's ready. I also have notifications for that turned off. Let me see. Do you really already have that installed? Hold on. I'm gonna check that. Just give me one moment. Okay, so I do have it installed. Okay. Good. Saves me the hassle of doing that. So yeah, if I get things done at the right... If I start at the right time, I think I'll manage. 6 p.m. tomorrow is a hat in time. I have never played it. But I think what I'll do is have a hat in time pushed back. Because I want to deal with 2 live streams per day. So that means Tales of Symphonia Remastered and a hat in time for that. And then so yeah, that's gonna be that. Unless, of course, I do a time at the usual time and I put the Tales of Symphonia Remastered live stream at an earlier time, in which case I don't think I managed that. So I'm going to have to make some notes real quick so I have it set up properly. Because I know I could do 2 a day, but I need as much time as possible. So I'm going to write this down so I know what my other tweet will be. Okay, so I think end time will stay at 6 p.m. for US Central Time, so I'm quickly writing this stuff down so I can remember. And then Tales of Symphonia. Let's see. To do that, actually, what I'll do is push the time back for a hat time. I'm gonna make it be at a later time. So what I'm going to do is set it for 9. And then what I'll do is do Tales of Symphonia Mastered at, let's see, I think we put that ahead. Actually, I'll put that, I'm gonna do 3, I want to manage 3. Maybe, I'm gonna be a little short, but, let's see. So let's see, 7 p.m. for Tales of Symphonia Remastered. And then you end at 8:30. Maybe somewhere around there. Let's see. You know, I'm gonna put that. Well, can manage that maybe. That is 5. 3 hours, so I'll have to do 2 there. Then I know the Thursday's a Minecraft live stream as well. So I think what I'll do is do the other Minecraft live stream because I had to play Scarlet Nexus for this game due to one I was getting and all that. So yeah, let's see, Minecraft. So yeah, I originally have it planned for 7, but I think it's gonna be 11. There's another, well, maybe 11:40 p.m. So yeah, I'm gonna actually have that. basically 1:30. I'm basically getting tired as hell. So I think what I'll do is end this live stream, get some rest for tomorrow, prep around like sometime around like well, at the latest sometime around 4, but otherwise sometime around 3, depending on the situation. Then after that, I will start doing the live streams in the proper order. 3 live streams in a day. That's gonna be a lot to do, and I'm definitely going to need a lot of something to drink. So yeah, I think this is gonna be enough for today, because I kind of started the live stream later than I originally planned, but I wanted to eat. I was hungry. I eat dinner around 10. Simply enough, like, I get hungry around 10 at times, and like, it's been a constant thing. Quite a lot. So it's kind of like I have to eat if I'm gonna get anything done prior, like, or anything after that, because it's kind of like, if I don't eat, it's not gonna be easier for me to focus. So, yeah, I think this is a good stopping point for today. We got iron. On the deep dark, I'm probably gonna have to. Probably gonna have to explore that. I'm not live streaming, because I'm gonna need help checking things thoroughly. I'm probably also going to install an add-on for extra ambience, because I have the free thing for that. Which means I can easily do whatever with that. All that, so. Yeah, I have. Let's see. Let's see, if I'm doing the 3 live streams tomorrow, that leaves Tales of Arise. Unfortunately, I'm still stuck in Jedi Academy because I have not logged into that yet, so I'm probably gonna actually, no, I did that already. Pretty sure I got it up. I'll have to scroll a bit, but pretty sure I brought that up. Okay, I already did for the first 2 live streams. Okay, so I already did Saturday and Sunday, so that just means the final 3 live stream, like 3 of the final live streams I have scheduled will be done in 1 day, and the final one will just be on its own, because I don't want to do 4. Actually, I mean 4? Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. Actually, wait. There's still a chance I could. Because I'm going to have to do time crunching anyway. So what I'm going to do is put Tales of Arise first, because that has the earliest time. I'm going to do it before Tales of Symphonia. But it's going to be, instead of 4 p.m., I think the best bet would be 2 p.m. I think that'll do it. So yeah, I have the final for live streams. 4 live streams in a day! That's gonna be a bitch. For me, I've never done 4 live streams in a day, but that's how it's going to be for tomorrow. Because let's see. It's currently the 10th. Which means after I do the final live streams, I have to do a lot of time crunching. Meaning 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. I'll be busy with working on the first episode of The Adventures of Shigure. Oh god, this is not going to end well. Anyway, I'm going to end this live stream here, because, like I said, I'm getting tired. I know I've yapped a lot, but I am going to need my energy for tomorrow. As much energy as possible. So, yeah. Goodbye for now, my beautiful blossoms. Remember to stay beautiful, stay hydrated, and stay safe.